Hi there, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. In this video I'm just going to be describing a bit about the econometrics course which I am offering over YouTube. So the subject of econometrics is in general concerned with when I have some sort of population, but instead of having the entire population of data, I only have a small sample of data. And what we'd like to do is we would like to use some sort of tool on this sample to make inferences about the population. When I say inferences, I mean we're trying to estimate what the relationships are in the population. In this course, we're first of all going to cover a particular type of estimator, which is called least squares estimators. Under a certain set of criteria, it turns out that least squared estimators are actually quite a good thing to use to make inferences about the population. They're quite a good tool to use on the sample. And these set of assumptions we call the Gauss-Markov assumptions. And if these Gauss-Markov assumptions are satisfied, then it turns out that least squared estimators are blue. And what this means is that they're the best linear unbiased estimators. So they're actually quite a good tool to use to make inferences about the population. That's going to be the first part of our course. The second part of the course is going to be, okay, how do we diagnose whether these assumptions are being satisfied? And furthermore, if they're not satisfied, or one or more of them is not satisfied, then it turns out that least squared estimators are no longer blue. They're no longer a good tool to make inferences about the population. When that happens, we need to think about a whole new class of estimators, which may be blue. It may be just that they're consistent estimators, which is another sort of good property for an estimator to have. And we're going to cover estimators like IV, GLS, and maximum likelihood. We may also go a little bit into GMM, although that's really going to be in the sort of second half of the course, the more sort of graduate part of the course. So yeah, this encompasses the entirety of the sort of undergraduate econometrics course which I'm going to be offering. Furthermore, all of these topics here I'm going to be covering without the use of matrix algebra. So that's the sort of first half of the course. The second half of the course is going to really be aimed at sort of graduate students, and it's going to be using matrix algebra to describe these same topics. And furthermore, in this we're going to cover much more in detail these sort of more advanced estimators, in particular GMM and two-stage least squares. And we're also going to cover Bayesian estimation, which is another sort of paradigm instead of frequentist way of thinking about things. And we're going to discuss things like principal components regression, spatial econometrics, and we're going to dive more into how do you actually do econometrics in practice. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my videos, and yeah, I look forward to your feedback.